Hey folks, so I'm gonna do a craft room tour of this ridiculously unorganized craft room. Someone had asked me to do it a while ago and I put it off until it was sort of clean. I'll just say that. First, when you walk in, to the right, this is my desk for my business. I have two different businesses I run out of here. So this is actually like my computer. If you come over to this way, you could see that's my computer monitor, my messy desk with my mail and stuff on it. I just have like all kinds of things going on there. My shelf, and that has my notebooks and stuff, and then I like a bulletin board thing, and then my printer, and then that's where I sit. It's kind of cramped in this area. Got some photos. That's something that somebody made me. Maria. It's beautiful. Love it. It's my favorite thing. I get to look at that while I'm sitting at my computer. And then if you go behind the door, we'll start there and kind of go around that way. Behind the door, behind the magic door, which really isn't magic, is hanging a 12 by 24 Cricut mat. And then behind it, there's like mounds of like seashell necklaces that I use for things, and those little like crochet, whatever you call them, those hoops. I use them. I make various things with them. And this is like just something I was playing with. I learned how to do something called arm crocheting, and so I had some leftover yarn in two different colors, so I was just trying it, and I thought it came out pretty cool because if you bunch it together, it's like a really cool scarf. So anyway, look that up. Arm crocheting. Very easy to do. Lots of fun. Down on the floor is junk. I have my laminator back there. Other various junk. And then up here I have a dress form. A Tinkerbell that a friend gave me. There is a whiteboard back here. And there's some whiteboard markers here. There's like a memory board here, which I don't have much on, as I took a lot of stuff off of it and was going to redo it and then didn't do that yet. Some other dress forms in my ukulele. Some glass bottle things. My little stuffed animals I don't know where to put yet. Whoops, my stuffed poodles. But they're sitting on top of my Xyron right now. And this is my shelf that has like my die cuts are all in there. Some random crap, my Sizzix, whatever that thing is, Big Shot, I don't know what it's called really, it's just a cranky machine that you use your dies in. I don't know what mine's called, it's a Sizzix something or other. Just crap. Some notebooks and art journals down there, and then on top of it here, I just finished that piece. I was trying to get a good picture of it, but apparently that didn't work too well either. I don't really have, like, I see people make these professional pictures of their stuff, and I understand you can use a sheet, and I've tried that, and until I have the room and the space, that's when I'll worry about taking better pictures. So anyway, then I have these two shelves up here. It says Dare to be Remarkable, and then it has, like, these are just some of my little things. My little Hawaiian shaky girl, little bobble girl. My astronaut poodle, some bottles, and then that's my art journal that I made, my very first one. I got some lava lamps on either end. One does glitter and one does lava. They're kind of cool. I should actually turn those on. Then I've got a little lamp there and a little lamp on that side, and in between I've got some things that I just really like. I got my crystals sitting back here, and I've got like this little mini picture frame. I've got random stuff. This little mini album, this really adorable mini album was it wasn't made for me, but it was given to me and made by a lady named Maria, who also made me that picture that I showed you earlier. And then this little butterfly was made for me by somebody in the Chic Crafty group. Her name is Tina, and this was given to me in a pocket letter, and it was from Faith, and it was just a really pretty picture, so I put it up on my little favorites shelf. And then I've got my Damn It doll, which you could bang against things when you get mad, I guess, and this little button tree that I made, And that's about it on that shelf. And then here, there's just random stuff. I've got like little lights that light up, apparently. And I've got these little pink crystals. And I've got this witch's hat that I altered. It was just a black felt hat, and I put sequins all over it, and a vintage piece, and sequins hanging down. And then there's just little trinkets and stuff on that. And then this is where my Cricut goes, which is on this little dressery type table thing. And in the top drawer of this, I just have Cricut mats and stuff. And then the other drawers, I have, well, actually, this one's junk drawer. I don't know if you can even see right now, but this is cards, like blank card supply stuff. No point trying to open that because my dog Tigger's down there. I don't know if you can see him. He's black, so he probably just blends into the background. And then we come to this side of the room where I have ribbon up there because I did nowhere else to put it. So there's just all kinds of ribbon in baskets and things, and small ribbon in a little jewelry kind of where you would normally keep like beads and stuff. There's like small ribbon in there, and then there's a couple jars. And then in this cabinet, and like I said, nothing is really truly organized. It's just kind of where I can get it to go because the room's not big enough for the crap that I have. Top shelf just has some baskets. A couple of them are empty. This is just like random mixed media stuff. It's corrugated cardboard. I've got some extra paper up here. I've got extra glue sticks in here, and I've got more stuff like empty spools to do something with. Wood blocks to do something with, more wood, and I keep a lot of ceramic tiles around because I do stuff on those. Some empty trays I'm going to do something with. And let's see, we've got like these little pretty glass pieces in here that I use occasionally, and some embroidery floss, some more glass pieces. Back here there's cork and some sand and some pebbles and just these glass pieces. It's all just like kind of, a lot of this is mixed media stuff. I kind of just throw this in this cabinet and I go to it whenever I need something out of it. So that's basically all that is. And this cabinet I put up recently, and I originally had other plans to put it somewhere else, but it wouldn't fit, so it got stuck there on top of this bookshelf. Which, this bookshelf is all my scrapbook paper. That's basically all that is basically different scrapbook paper and chipboard paper and stuff like that. And sitting on the floor, because I have nowhere to put it, is a couple of, this container here has like scrap type of stuff in it. Just scrap, you know, I save packaging of different things to use for mixed media stuff. So I kind of put it in that container. And then there's two vintage sewing basket things that somebody gave me recently. And over here, let me light this up so we could see. This is my closet that I took the door off of so I can get to it. This is another mess in here. It's got picture frames and some stuff. I was going to say something else, but I'll try to refrain from my trucker mouth. I put stuff up there that I couldn't fit anywhere else. And there's some cigar boxes down here, some random stuff there, some wrapping paper, there's bags hanging up here. There's toilet paper rolls to make journals with. There's books on the shelf about crafting and whatnot. There's wood pieces. Then there's, on this very side, all the way to the right here, there's some Christmas stuff, and that's like holiday related stuff. And down here, wood, kind of junk, a bunch of bubble wrap and stuff, and like batting and stuff like that. And then in this tall thing here, sorry if I'm making you dizzy, this is Christmas stuff. This is a whole drawer of Christmas stuff. This is more like globes and glass things. This is old cards I recycle and use. And this is more stuff. This is mostly wood stuff, but then there's some more cards or such to use. And then in here is stickers. More stickers. And they're falling out. Get back in there. And then more stickers. And then down here is napkins. And at the very bottom, it's just mishmash, basically. And so that's that closet. Whew, it's making me hot. I turn on the fan. That's really... Then we get to my jewelry stuff, which is all here. And these are all like, I have charms in all these. Bottle caps, vintage marbles. There's some rocks I wanted to put through a tumbler because they're like amethyst and stuff. But anyway, then I've got all these are full of charms. All this is full of like different types of chains and like leather cord and all that stuff. And then I've got my glass bottles in that one down there, which you probably can't see very well. The lighting is probably not very good over here. Then down here, this is all my beads. And then fabric, yarn, fabric. I believe that's how it goes. Or maybe there's yarn there and fabric there, and then yarn, fabric. I don't know. Something like that. Sewing machine that never gets used. It's brand new. It's sitting like that, but let's see. And then down here, and that's where the video cut, and then I started, so I will put that video on so you can see the rest. This one here just all has paper in it, just random whatever paper. This here has all my, mostly just like my stamps that I have that are unmounted, that are all in these CD cases. I'll try to show you. See what I mean? I have a bunch of different stuff. Stamps in those, all different kinds, from letters to all different stuff. And then I'll move my chair away, and then on top of this one I've got mostly my homemade pastes and gesso, homemade glues, other gessos and mediums and stuff right here at my ready to use. And these are just some things I just made that I stuck over here. And then we have in the top drawer, we have various stuff. We have some Rolly stamps. We have my glue runner, my big one. Just random things, like these little stampers. Just random stuff in that drawer. The rest of this whole thing is all stamp pads and stamps. Like these are all stamp pads, 2 and 3 deep in here. And then these are all my tiny stamp pads, which I love. And then more stamp pads. And then we start stamps. I got wood stamps there, cling stamps all in here, which I love. And then cling stamps and stuff, and more unmounted rubber stamps in here. Just bunches and bunches of them. I have a bad habit of not keeping the stamps on their original thing and putting them away properly. They end up like this with they're just mishmashed in here. I'm trying, but what I need to do is get a notebook, and like how some people take the plastic sheets and then they put them on. That's what I'd like to do so that I can save space and not have all of this filled with stamps. And then we'll go to under my desk, since I'm at this level right now. And I'll try my best, because there's not a lot of light under here. I will do my very best to hopefully you could see. We've got these 2 little bins here, and this all has like rolls of burlap and like some tooling and stuff like that. This has a bunch of lace that's on rolls and various other things. This has all, there's like doilies and different materials and laces and stuff that I use a lot. Oh, I'm sorry. On top of here, that's my gold leafing. Let's see. We've got bags and various stuff. This is my junk. If I can get it out for you to see. I'm gonna move the rug. It makes it easier. That's all my vintage junk. This is all my vintage, broken, or unwanted jewelry that I've collected, and I use that in my mixed media a lot. That is a huge mixed media staple drawer right there. Then I've got more burlap and whatnot. So it's basically just fabric-y type of stuff. Under here we've got baskets with all my wire in it, the wire that I use for jewelry making and such. I've got a couple of those baskets. It's like one of those things that under here that you would put, that an office would put papers in, that, you know, and they'd label each doohickey in between. And it's not, unfortunately, it doesn't fit 12 by 12 paper. It only fits 8.5 by 11. So I put things like tissue paper and rolls of various paper and items that I need. Let's see if I can show you the whole thing under here, because I keep my garbage can under here too. Tissue paper. I'm not getting much light, so I don't know how well you could see. There's tissue paper. There's my like old magazines I keep under here, old books that I use for mixed media, my music paper, my vintage stuff, things that are paper related that I can kind of reach under and grab what I need. And then I've got like rolls of wax paper and rolls of other various papers and specialty papers, and a couple of cutters are under there because they're flat. That kind of stuff. And then I've got my big tub of I think that's gesso or white paint, one of the two, under there, because I do still buy store-bought gesso. And then there's my garbage can in a box with other things, and there's a reason for this. This box, I use this sometimes when I've run out of space on my desk and I need somewhere to craft. I grab this stupid thing. It's kind of like a chipboard placemat kind of thing, and I had a couple of them, so that's what I grab. That's like my go-to, oh crap, I have no space, let me do something on my lap now. And then I have this box is where I put like my canvases in to spray them so that the spray doesn't go everywhere, and I keep that box and I stick my garbage can in it. I push it under the desk and, you know, it all fits. I also have my washi tape because that just happened to fit next to the garbage can, so that's where it went. So that's all my washi tape. That's all I have, surprisingly. I really wish I had some more of that. I'll have to start getting some more, collecting more washi tape. So I see people and they have like mounds of it, and I just don't have. Oh, I can get that shut. Okay, so that's just that stuff under the desk. And then we'll go to desk level. Now we're going from bottom to top. Well, actually right to the left of my desk, after the stamping stuff and whatnot, there's this container with more glues and stuff and more stuff. Over another roll of paper that I use. Just coffee filters, and like my pastels are down there. Just stuff like that. It's all down there. Different mediums on that shelf. Here we've got my aqua markers and my perfect pearls. And then this is various, I've talked about this I think before. This here is like it's pigment, or, you know, eyeshadow that you can buy on eBay. And I got every single, there's 3 drawers here, and every single one of them is full. And I got all of these except for these big glitters. I got all of these little pots here with different colors and glitters and all that kind of stuff. I think it was like $18 on eBay. It came from like China or something. And I used to like do my hair, my eyes and stuff in funky colors. I don't really use, I use like a few staple colors that I have in my, where I do my makeup, but I don't really use all these. So I took them and I started using them for various things. And I use them like I do perfect pearls, or I also use them to make sprays with and such, you know, just all kinds of stuff like that. They have like all different colors, and they're small little pots, and that's really all I need. So it kind of worked out that way. So I decided to grab them and bring them in here. On top of that, I've got this monstrosity, and this has various things in it which are mostly labeled. Shut up, Tigger, please, not while I'm videoing. He barks over like the weirdest stuff. There's daubers in there, there's paint in there, there's distress tools in here, there's these little doodads I got from my thrifty crafty store. There's my metallic paints in there. There's miscellaneous tools and parts, seam binding, paper clips. This is like some more adhesive, hot glue sticks. This is Tombow and other glues, glue runners, handmade embellishments. This is just some various things. And then I've got this like ephemera and crap in here, like different paper things to use for mixed media. I got my gelatos, glue sticks. I've got so much glue sticks, it's coming out my butt. More adhesive, a lot of adhesive. I like to glue things apparently. On top of that, and where my light sits, and by the window, which you could see that lovely spider sitting there. It's finally a sunny day out, it's not raining, even though you could barely see through my window because I've got so much crap in front of it. Anywho, up here is my blingies. Not all my bling, but my favorite bling, like this whole roll of yumminess. And then I've got this little pot of yumminess. And then I've got a couple of those like things you dip your finger in and rubs. Yeah, so I guess rubs, is that what they're called? Called Inca Gold. A couple of those. I've got like little glass things in that one. And these little spiky things in silver and in like bronzy, whatever that is. Antique brass, I guess. So that's what's up there going on. And then up on this shelf, well, up on my desk, let's say, there's like shelves above my desk. We'll start with the lower ones that are on. Sorry, my phone cut off. Anyway, we'll start with these lower ones here. I've got sanding blocks, I've got gemstones, and like stuff like this in here. Like little things that I use for either pocket letters, focus please, pocket letters or mixed media. I wish this thing would focus properly. It's being a douche. Anyway, then I've got like little gemstones and more gemstones. And then like this stuff was, I bought this stuff for my nails, but I don't really use it for that, so I'm using it for crafting, and I have a whole bunch of them. Brads, just stuff like that, brads and such. And if you have these containers, which is it? Not these. It's these suckers. If you have these type of containers and they're full, make sure you put tape across them because they will bust open. I guarantee you they will bust open and everything will go everywhere. They're just sucky containers. I don't know why they put things in those. Don't know. They is no good, I tell you. Okay, and it's like you got to put things away in this very strategically because it doesn't fit under that drawer very well unless you do. Sorry. Well, I'll worry about that later. Well, maybe it'll fit. Yeah, it does. There we go. Sorry. Anyway, then there's a mixed media mishmash, I call it. And it's basically like screws and bolts and various stuff that I throw in there that I find that I'm like, okay, that'll work for some mixed media stuff. And then here's all like my threads, flosses, and kind of like strings. You know, so that means my bakery twines and different threads and stuff are all jammed down in there. And I keep there. Okay. And then there's these little things, and this is like extra wire that I didn't end up using, and this is like that plasticky stuff. I use that for mixed media. Some popsicle sticks. I have like this little book light. It's pink, so I hung it here with some little tassels and some little crap that I hung there. Let's see. Then I've got my spinny on my desk. That's got my crocodiles and my scissors and my decorative scissors and just crap in here. I've even got forks in here because I was gonna like, what do you call it? Do different things with the forks, alter them, what have you. Over here I've got various glues and like glosses and glazes, and you know, usually I keep all my Dimensional Magic, and this is where I film from. This cruddy, crappy, stupid tripod that will not hold my gigantic phone because my phone's the Galaxy 4. And so if I don't jam it in here so that it doesn't tip over, we end up with a disaster. So I try my best to film like that, but it's kind of ridiculous. And when I move, I plan on getting a nicer setup so that I don't have to film like that anymore. Then I've got under here just some other various stuff that I'm using for different things. I don't even know what to tell you, just stuff. And stuff I'm using for pocket letters, like these cute little post-it notes I'm throwing in there. And then this is like a pocket letter mishmash bucket. It's got the little bags I made and little stuff that I use mostly for pocket letters. And then I've got like a stack of these manila divider cards. I kind of use those for scrap and then also for other things. And some paints I didn't put away. But let's see what's in here. I've got some gold foil leafing that I haven't used in a while, a piece of sandpaper. It's just, you know, mishmash in here. Like I said, I'm not 100% as organized as I'd like to be. Maybe someday, probably when I move. And then there's some more little pots with different little thing. Like somebody sent me this really cute tape with little pointing fingers, which was really sweet of her to send me. Then I've got the only sequins I have, which is why I got to get some sequins to make some shakers for my pocket letters. This is the only ones I got. Some of these blue ones. They're pretty, but they're the only ones I got. Then I got all my homemade sprays all down here. Some of them are homemade, some of them are store-bought. And then I've got all up here is Glitter City. And then some micro beads and more glitter, distress glitter, just glitter, glitter, and glitter. Then my alcohol inks are all stacked in there. And then these are my little Pearl X. I use that often. This is some alcohol ink that I made. It's like a dark purpley color. Then I've got some more little bottles of the little mini micro beads. And then I've got a package here. This glitter is from when I was a kid. That's how old that is. I just keep it for nostalgia reasons, not to use it. Micro beads and more, like, here's some more things I use to make sprays with. That cheap LA Colors eyeshadow. And then this is like some weird fuzzy stuff that you put it on things and it kind of gives it a fuzzy, I don't know if it'll focus, but kind of gives it a fuzzy feel. You know, you ink it or whatever, and then you sprinkle this on and it literally gives it like a fuzzy, I don't even know where I got that from. So then I've got, you know, other vials of just like cruddy glitter, but okay. And then that's a card that was given to me by Tina from the admin, actually, of Chic Craftique. They gave me that card with some goodies in it, and I kind of keep it there because I really like it. Okay, and then let's go up to these shelves, which if I back up, it might be easier because I've got my little chandelier. Up here, I got my dress form and my Eiffel Tower, a couple other dress forms. And there's like a plate and some trinkets, and that's all stuff that I really like. And then down here I've got a basket full of stuff falling down. This is all my trims and everything. This is all like lace and trim and various stuff. I keep this basket right over my desk so I can pick through it as I need to. This is all my stickles and glue-like glitter glues that are like stickles and whatnot that I use. And there was a few things I'm working on. There's a few things I'm working on. I kind of keep a couple of little projects open up there. Then I've got these containers, which are full of my various embellishments and things. Fun, isn't it? And then I've got, you know, I keep these cookie tins because, well, they're good for things. Actually, I have something over here on my desk that can go in here. This is like some more stickers that are like tinier, you know, or they're like cut off of their original package. I keep them in there. And then in this one, I don't remember. Oh yeah, there's various things in here. Like there's some little stamina sprays, whatever it's called. They called this metal ribbon or whatever. I don't know. It's good for mixed media, I guess. But there's all kinds of little pots full of things. And, you know, there's like some different little sayings on those things. I'm just going to keep all that crap in here. I won't bother putting that up again. And then over here I've got this, let's focus. I've got all this stuff here. And this stuff is all basically more crud. Actually, before I show you that, I will dip down and show you next to my desk and where I sit. I usually keep my cart, and this has like paint brushes. I keep these little bowls here to use for mixing paint. I have all these cups here for mixing paint and various things. My paint markers are all in here. Right now that's kind of a mishmash shelf that I need to put away stuff. Down there there's some, that's all my embossing powders. They're all down there, stuck in that kind of bin. And to the very right of my desk, on this side, before I show you the upper, there's all my Crayola markers that I've had for years and years and years, and they still work. And this is all paint. This whole thing, every drawer is full of paint. That's what I keep in here. And then the very bottom one has got bigger paints and other paint, just crazy. And I got some RIT dyes. So that's what's in all of that. I need to get a sip of my drink real quick because I'm hot. It's hot in here. Okay. Now we've got this thing here on the right side of my desk, like I was talking about. Trying to move this paper so I can move without it all falling onto the floor. Okay. There's a lamp back there, and then there's this, which I pull down regularly, which I'll show you. And it has all my, whoops, please don't all fall out, please. I'm not in the mood. This has all like gemstones and flat back pearls and all that kind of stuff. And I threw a couple of these little birds that I got from the dollar store. It's got some little butterflies, stick gems and stuff like that are all in here. And next to that up here, I have these like, they're supposed to look like the vintage kind of sign or whatever for different things. And this one, actually somebody gave these to me. There's like a whole pack of these. There's like 4 art prints in there. And this one also has 4 art prints in it. This one also has 4 art prints in it. So I kind of keep those just stacked there. I haven't really done anything with those yet because I'm not really sure what to do. Up on the very top, starting from the top, these are all my flowers. I'm actually going to be getting more flowers I'm excited about. So at that point, then I'll have to figure out what to do with those. But these are just various different flowers I've gotten. Mostly, everything I usually buy is on clearance except for your staples like glue and gesso that I've bought before I started making my own. You know, and paint. But everything else, you know, I try to buy everything on clearance or from various discount websites and such like that where I can get them cheaper because I don't believe in paying full price for anything. So that's a basket of flowers. Then up here is all my clays and my clay molds, which I got all this stuff on clearance. The clays were all on sale for like half price. The molds were all dirt cheap because they were on clearance. And these are all my chipboard wood stuff. It's all in these 2 drawers. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. There's all kinds of just wood pieces all in those 2 drawers. And then you come down here and I've got, and this stuff is where like it's really kind of unorganized, like completely ridiculously. I've got like dominoes sitting up here. I've got this whole box that somebody gave me, and some of it, it's from 2 different people that have given me stuff. I've put it in here because I don't know if I ever want to use this stuff because it was given to me and I love it so much. So I might just keep it as a trinket box for myself just to have because I don't know, I get sentimental about things. Behind that, there's just like some sparkly ribbon and stuff. I never could find the things to fit in this. I got this at Big Lots where I had gotten that one and that one, but I never could find, they said that they sold them, and I've measured these and I've gone places and I've tried everywhere from Target to Walmart to obviously Big Lots. I've looked online, I can't find them. It's an odd measurement and I never could find the felt boxes that go in those. Like the measurement is bizarre. Like I'll show you. In order to fit in here, they would have to be, it's like right it's like right under 6 inches, because in order to fit in here, it would have to be, it's like a weird measurement. It's like 5 something, but it's like right before, it's not quite 6 inches. So like say 5 1/4 or 3/4 by, again, a strange measurement of like, oh, that one's actually probably 4 1/2 would fit. So it's like 5 3/4 by 4 1/2. It's a bizarre measurement. And then they go far back. So then it goes back like 12 inches. So I still have yet to find the things that fit, that are long, that go back 12 inches, that are 5 3/4 by 4 1/2 or whatever I just said. Anyway, get back to what I was doing. Nobody cares about that. And I got some dominoes, which I plan on doing very soon. Probably this week, I think. I got my punches, which I do not have a lot of punches. I see these other people with tons of them. I have a lot of border punches that I got on clearance. I was like, oh, a clearance bin full of border punches. I'll grab some. And they just fell. Okay. So anyway, I got a corner punch, and I got a square punch and a little round punch, and I've got some other little punches, like this little flower one. But then the rest are all border punches. I never really, I don't know. I try to find them on clearance, that's why, and I have a hard time finding many punches on clearance that I like. Because I don't like paying like $15 and $17 for punches. That's why I don't end up buying them. But eventually I plan on getting some more. Then I've got like stuff that I use in pocket letters and mixed media and stuff like that. It's all little envelopes and tags and whatnot all in there. And also in this one as well. So I try to keep that neat a bit as well. Now it won't go back in. And then these are like empty bins, and there's some tag things in there. And this is my clothespins, mini clothespins, other clothespins. That's more clothespins in there. Again, not fully, completely organized. And then back to lace. I have more lace and trim in here. I've got my memory glass and more lace and trim in there. Because I'm completely out of room at this point. I just need a bigger space. Big time. Big time. Buttons. There's all buttons in there. I'm not going to pull it all out because it's going to fall all over the place. There's some more stickery things that have words and sentiments on them. Some hair clips, because I'm making hair bows. Some other little acrylic roses. Other little doodads. I mean, it's just all doodads and stuff like that. And then in here is my other thing of trim and lace, which I can't seem to get open. Usually I can't ever get it closed, and now I can't get it open. Hold on. Because I have it the wrong side. Okay. This is a whole thing, like a tin full of different laces and trims, like tinier, smaller than the other bin. These are my small, tiny laces, good for pocket letters and things. This thing fits in there nicely. That's about the only thing that fits in there well. So yeah, I think that's about it. I'm working on a music themed pocket letter there. I gotta put all that stuff back. But for the most part, I think, because that's all just my office stuff. And we already went over this cart. Yeah, so that's about it. That's my messy, fabulous craft room that I love. I just wish it was about, 8 feet bigger on all sides. So anyway, thank you for coming with me on my boring, probably, craft tour. Because everybody else's rooms are so much more put together than mine, I feel. But when I move, because I'm selling my house, and when I move, I'm going to have a fabulous craft room. Totally fabulous, I swear it. Because I'm going to find a house that has the perfect room. So anyway, I hope you all have a good week. Because It's Monday, just starting the week out. Nobody likes the Mondays, so I hope nobody's got the Monday blues. But anyway, have a good week, and remember to do what you love and love what you do, and keep being crazy crafters. Bye, y'all.